I'm so surprised in the United States that they haven't had a death in the House of Representatives or in the Senate. Like half of them are like 80 years old.
Yeah, what's Biden? He's about 79, isn't he?
78 right now. He's in pretty good health, though. He goes for a jog, like once or twice a week or three times a week or something like that. He rides a bike and falls over.
I guess the former guy's going to end up dying in prison.
Well, probably.
Hello Twitch users and welcome to Sunday Funday. On behalf of Iceman, I'm streaming today. My name is Grendler, 52-year-old guy from Germany. Hope you enjoy the show and we will start soon.
Doing good so far. Only had one crash to desktop.
Oh, so a lot of people having that.
Yeah, it makes me. Sometimes I'm tempted to go to try the 10, the beta.
Is production release still scheduled for next week? That was the last I heard. One day next week.
I don't know. It's so confusing when you try to figure out. I keep hearing November 11th, but I don't know. I don't know if that's the 40th the release, the 40th anniversary version, or.
Yeah, November 11th sounds like about the date for the 40th anniversary. SU-10 production was supposed to come out before that, but last I'd heard a week or two ago was sometime next week.
I guess we'll know when it happens.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Did they taste good?
Tasted like meatloaf, Matt.
I thought they tasted like chicken.
Well, I'm eating potato chips. I don't know why they taste like chicken.
Oh.
That was meatloaf that sang that, wasn't it? You took the words right out of my mouth.
I don't know. Never heard that before.
Everything tastes like chicken.
Oh, Richard, I've just seen the message you sent me, by the way. That's how good I am at messages with with Discord. I'm sorry.
No problem.
So guys, I just want to let you know that we are now live on Twitch.
Hello, Twitch.
Are you going to do the chicken dance for us today?
Oh no, I don't think the blurbs don't work anyway because I don't have all the stuff installed that Iceman has. So save your ice cubes, guys.
Right, let's try this again without a CTD this time, please, Asobo.
I wish you good luck, Chris.
Thank you very much. Been praying to the Asobo gods, so let's see what happens.
saw you. I think I see you there, Mr. Loester.
Well, I'd got started, taxied to the end of the runway, and then it happened. Sometimes I wonder if it's all the waypoints in the plan that might do it.
Maybe. I see you sitting down the end there.
The period of time for a few weeks where, and if I loaded any kind of a plan, flight plan, I would CTD. But
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That was some time ago.
Yeah, I haven't
Had
had
a ton of it happening yesterday, and it was the flight plan.
Yeah, I haven't had any problems with CPDs.
Is that on beta or production you folks have in the CPDs?
Just a normal, non-beta.
Yeah, production version.
Yeah, I'm on the Xbox, and it's been pretty good this past week. Even the Honda Jet with its heavy memory requirements was flying pretty well on the SU9 production.
Yeah, you see, on the Xbox with the Honda Jet, I had nothing but problems. Anytime I went into a certain airport, it'd go.
Well, they had a memory, well, I forget what the thread was titled, but they had some instructions on the, turning some things off in the map. And I went through and turned a bunch of those things on, off. So it's just the airports, I think, is all I have displaying. And it's been pretty good so far. 1.06, I've took 3 flights last couple of days and did real well.
Oh, that's good. Is it the avionics screens go black and CTD thread by any chance?
Yeah, I know particularly on Xbox, it just runs out of memory. And a friend of mine was having some black screens, but I flew his identical flight and no issues at all. But like I said, I'd gone through the map settings and turned off a bunch of things that they'd recommend earlier.
Yeah, I had that for a year on Xbox, black avionics screens and then CTD with it. So that particular thread's got my vote on there anyway. I think you get a certain amount of votes, don't you?
Yeah, you can upload any of those topics, sure can, to better issues. But yeah, I've only seen, I fly GA aircraft mostly, and I've only seen like the Kodiak and the Honda Jet and just a couple of others, but I've only seen black screens, I think, 2 times in the past year. I know airline people see it a lot.
Yeah, I had the, is it the Bredot, I think they call it, the 737 MAX. It was just unflyable. You just couldn't get anywhere without the black avionics screens.
Yeah, the worst that can happen in an airline, no displays at all.
Yeah, because everything else still ran. And what I never got about that as well is that even though you might have an aircraft with, say, part steam gauge, part, I don't know, Garmin, what I never understood about that was even though the steam gauges would still show, but it's still got to produce them onto the screen, hasn't it?
Yeah, on the standby instruments, it's hard to navigate in an airliner on standby instruments.
Oh yes. But I never understood why the big screens would go off and the other screens would stay on. Is Bosader on the mic?
I haven't seen him yet. Ah. He wrote in the chat. Hello, Bosader boy. I can't hear you, Bosader. I can see your name is lighting up, but something's not working. Maybe try to choose the microphone again in the options of Discord.
I'm in the air.
So how Iceman would say, so wheels up for Matt.
Heading towards waypoint 2 already. So just tell me where you want to stop and we'll stop there.
I think there is at least one airport in the middle of the flight.
So who picked this flight?
Iceman did. We are in Rio de Janeiro.
Oh man. Oh man. I've never been there. And the guys had just come back when I was in the Navy. He said, boy, that's the place to be. If you can't find a woman there, you're queer.
Yeah, but lucky me, I find my wife at home.
Well, I wasn't married at the time. They say it's beautiful down here.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but it's an extreme city, a real extreme city. Poverty on the one side, and a lot of wealth on the other side.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of South American areas like that. You know, you're separated by, you know, a wall or something. There's poverty and really bad poverty on one side, and then all the rich people on the other.
Yeah. Oh, that's bad, Bosader. So we will miss your callouts. Bosader is writing that he can't seem to get it working. He has problem with his mic.
Looks like it's over to you then to emulate Bosader's.
No. I'm the streamer for Iceman. I can do everything.
I'm happy to do the let's go if everybody's ready.
Okay. Yeah, we are waiting for Chris to load in. Bosader.
No, I'm good. I'm ready. Is everybody else?
Ready.
I think
Ready.
so.
Let's go.
Yeah, man, run things.
I see Viary in the B737. Yeah, this is quite a beautiful place down here, Rio de Janeiro. Some beautiful beaches.
beautiful ladies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's really cloudy on live weather.
Sure is.
Holy smokes, it's dark and gray and everything. Yeah, it's very dark. Nice ray of sunshine right there.
Alright, howdy y'all.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Or morning.
Hello, good afternoon.
How's everybody doing?
Just
This autopilot-
fabulous.
This autopilot's trying to kill me, I know that.
Are we starting or are we waiting for ice?
No.
Oh, ICE isn't going to be here.
Iceman is out today. On behalf of Iceman, I'm streaming the flight today.
Okay. So who will I be following?
Anybody you want.
Yeah, anybody you want.
Fair enough. I'm in VR, so I can't see who's speaking.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I normally fly in the VR as well, but today I have to do it pancake.
Okay. We have Akela and Bozeta and Chris, Firehawk, Fishbowl, Golf 5, Grantler, Jimbo 89, KWM TV, Richard, Square Loop, and Fantling, Timber 61, and Truck Mat. Good crowd today.
Thanks for shouting everybody out, Matt, because I'm really busy streaming and trying to fly in pancake.
All right.
By the way, there should be a carrier group out there. If you have the carrier group installed from Flight Sim 2, you might see them.
Right, okay. Back on it. That nearly killed me.
Oh, okay.
Ah, don't do that, Chris.
Yeah, I didn't realise you were flying in Pancake, but I guess you have to be. So, yeah, thanks for the sacrifice.
Yeah, it's really different. I'm missing all the movement feelings.
Yeah, I don't have the map, so I don't know what airports are where.
Yeah, but
Just gonna say, Grant, just think of it as a reminder of how great VR is for you.
yeah, I'm some kind of a forward dancer today, and I will do my job. I follow the plan.
So yeah, shout out to all the Twitch watching you there, Kayla and Blade Run 54. Rubbit, Tony, stop this crazy thing. The farting cat, nice, and Twitchy Rich.
Fainting goat.
I knew I needed glasses.
That's the first one. The farting cat.
That's the problem with a new aircraft. I've got to concentrate on what I'm doing. Ah.
That was tight.
This 208 works really good. I love this 208.
Yeah, there are a lot of mods for the vanilla aircrafts, Matt.
That's the Caravan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I don't like the Caravan much.
Really?
Yeah, I seem to have a hard time with it.
I'm in
There
one.
is-
I love it.
There is a mod that I put in, and now it steers on the ground, you know? And it's a lot easier to, and it works great.
Yeah, is there someone done a mod where it's turning it to steam gauges as well? Sure, someone like Just Flight or somebody have done like these mods for these aircraft where they turn them into steam gauges.
Oh, I just got some weather kicked in.
Yeah, I've seen that.
By the way, guys, as I'm streaming today, you can see the vessels mod that I purchased, and it's really nice to have a lot of action on the waters, on the shores.
I think it's the same one I've got. I think is it the Seafront Simulations?
Yeah, it's the one I have that populated shores, or how it's called. I don't have the international one, but I will get it because it's awesome to have all this action on the water down there.
Yeah, I've got the international one. It's good when you're flying over a random expanse of water and there's ships. It just adds to the immersion, doesn't it?
Yeah, a lot.
So is that a regional thing or a global shoreline thing?
It's a global shoreline thing, but it's only shorelines that are populated. You have to go for the international one if you want to have the international lines, all the container ships and stuff like that. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward because they are planning to do them landable, and it's really nice to have moving targets for the helicopter. Landing targets.
Yeah, not for the rockets.
No, not for the rockets.
Has anybody else just flown into a lot of bad weather?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm already thinking about going not or the off live weather because for the viewers it's kind of boring.
Yeah, I turned mine off and it's very pretty out there without all the clouds.
Well, if Iceman put the flight plan together, he must have known something in advance because it was set up in IFR.
Yeah, he probably set it up for me to try and kill me.
That explains those altitudes.
Yeah, he's got a habit of it.
I'm over by waypoint 7, and the system says it's 2,500 feet.
Yeah, I'm a bit off the plan to show the nice skyline of Rio de Janeiro.
Because we're coming into some mountains here.
Oh, that looks good, Grantler.
I've got to bring the 737 back here, you know.
Yeah, it's fun, especially the one in the city, the airport.
Yeah, is that Sao Paulo where it drops you around? It drops you in on the side of a mountain.
I'm not sure.
I'm surprised we've not done a Brazil World update yet, actually.
Didn't they do that a long time ago?
I think
No,
that
I think it's...
South America wasn't there already.
Yeah, I don't think they've ever done South America or Africa.
That's some bridge, isn't it, spanning the water there? Oh, I can see, I'm quoting my 5-year-old son here, that guy on the top of a hill.
What's he doing up there?
I think he can just go anywhere, can't he?
Chris, I gotta tell you, I hired your friend Otto as my co-pilot, and he's hysterical.
Oh yeah. There's a guy that streams on YouTube, and he does. How do you? He's basically like a vlogger. Flies his light aircraft around the US, and his in his co-pilot seat, he's got a cushion with Otto's face on it, which always tickles me.
That's great.
Yeah, but it's really crowded down there. It's not the kind of place I prefer to live.
Oh yes, these villages and stuff. There's some areas over here in China that are like that.
Super overpopulated. Houses just stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, there's a lot of poverty, isn't there? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's going on. It's all poverty.
Yeah, it's always a bad sign for a society if you have something like a name for that areas like ghetto or favela.
In America, we call them the projects.
Yeah.
In England, we call it Liverpool.
Well, it's government housing is what it is, you know.
Low income housing, yeah.
Right, right.
I think for the most part, you can just sum it up and call it Detroit.
Isn't that where they're delivering babies with a bulletproof vest?
One Detroit, was it like Henry Ford or someone from Detroit? Or they make a lot of cars in Detroit or something?
Yeah, that's where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where all those manufacturers are, yeah.
Called Motor City.
Not as many as there used to be.
Yeah, they really had hard times over there.
Most of the manufacturing is divested out into pretty much all over the country now.
That in Canada and Mexico and stuff like that.
Yeah, years ago I got rid of a Toyota pickup truck and bought a Ford, and I was thinking, okay, that'd be good, you know, buy American and go back to an American vehicle. Got the Ford home, looked at the door, manufactured in Toronto, Canada.
Yeah, when I drove a truck, we used to get down right to Laredo, and we'd stay there in the yards down there, and we'd pick up trailers that were coming out of Mexico. You know, they had like brake parts and all that, you know, axles and all that stuff, you know, and then we'd bring them up to Detroit.
Yeah, I think all of General Motors right now, I believe all of their transmissions are made in Mexico. Mexican company. Globalization. What are you going to do?
Well, when you can pay somebody, you know, $4 or $5 an hour instead of paying them $25 an hour, you know.
I think that's part of the issue. I think the other issue is when they can afford to pay people only $4 an hour because they don't have to invest in the environmental controls that are required, say in the United States.
Right, exactly.
So you know, when they don't have to worry about the environment, you know, the rest of us should be worrying about it. But you know, someplace in Asia or Mexico or Africa that, you know, yeah, we can manufacture that part for, you know, 1/4 of what you can do it in Kentucky because we don't have to worry about the environment.
Right, and we get taxed on the environment and everything, you know?
Yeah.
Well, we also signed a pact with a bunch of these nations in Africa and said that we would lower our emissions and increase our standards, but that never really happened. So now Africa's just like, well, if you're not going to do it and you have way more money than we do, if that's the only way that we can make money, then I guess we're just going to do the same exact thing.
Are you saying America backed out of a treaty? What?
Oh, I never heard of such a thing.
Broke our promise? No.
China is all over Africa, and now China's having financial troubles, so they're backing out of there.
Yeah, they were doing a lot of investing out there.
And now they're going to Africa and saying, you owe us money, and Africa's like, oh, well, what are you going to do, bomb us? They don't like them down there in China anymore. Because they were promised, you know, your wages will go up and everything, and their wages didn't go up. And they put all that infrastructure and buildings and everything, and the people aren't making any more money there, but the Chinese are.
And both Sada said, and that's why we have the FWA.
That's right.
So anyway, Chris, yeah, Detroit, Ford, you got it.
My brother drove out there and picked up a vehicle one time. He just drove out there and, you know, and said it was a lot cheaper.
I guess Manchester's claim to fame in the motor industry is where Rolls and Royce made their meeting to form a company.
They're a good company, Rolls-Royce.
But they met in a particular hotel in Manchester that, I mean, it's supposed to be 5-star. I don't think so.
So where is Rolls-Royce actually manufactured now?
So they have not far away, about 30 miles away, they have a place where they make the engines. As in the jet engines.
Yeah.
But I think the car company, like everything, has been sold out to another company, a foreign investor, basically. So there's not really many British cars anymore that are actually manufactured in Britain. Don't know if you've heard of a TVR and what they're made, handmade in Blackpool near where we are. But that's about it that I can think of. Mini, Austin, basically they've all gone to, you know, foreign companies.
I know, the foreigners are making everything, and we're all sitting here with no jobs and no money. But it's taken its toll on them too, because they're having problems now. They didn't watch their pennies, and now they're in trouble.
Well, I hope they don't get into flight sim, Matt, because they're going to have a lot less money.
Yeah. Well, next year, China's supposed to allow them in. But who knows what restrictions they'll have.
What we're going to need for this peak altitude-wise, guys? Anyone on a little nav map?
About 5,000, I think.
Thank you.
Just heading over. I'm just heading over the mountains, and I'm at 88,000 actually.
I'm just scalping it, and I'm at 4,000.
I'm over by waypoint 12, and I'm at 7,000. Because it's off to the side of the mountain or the volcano, whatever it is. I was flying over the Philippines last night, and I'll tell you, they get a lot of volcano.
Yeah, it's Philippines made up like 3,300 islands or something, isn't it?
7,000 islands, I think it is.
Where'd you go into, Matt? Manila?
No, I went over someplace else. Just was flying around and ended over by Demagate, and then turned around and went back the other place.
Yeah, I'm going to start flying on that sim a bit, you know, further afield in Europe, I think.
What's the cruise speed on that Piper, Chris?
It's published at 175 true airspeed. At half power at sea level or there or thereabouts, you probably get about 160 out of it, indicated.
Not bad.
Well, I don't
Because
see many.
Just going to say, because it's a turbo as well, they reckon the sweet spot's 12,500 feet for it.
Oh, I didn't realize it was turbo.
I don't see nobody. See just Vibery.
I'm at weight 0.8.
Just to clarify, turbocharged, not turbine jet engine.
Yeah, turbocharged, yeah. So there's the Arrow and the Turbo Arrow.
Yeah, yeah.
I see.
It's a nice aircraft, actually. I know Just Flight are going to release the Piper Tomahawk, which looks really good.
That was my training airplane. The Tomahawk was what I learned to fly in.
Yeah, my first couple of lessons were in the Tomahawk as well. There's an amazing view in there out the that bubble canopy.
Yeah.
I do not see people. What's going on? Let's check.
I'm passing over waypoint 9 right now.
Just recycle the server again, Matt. I think I've had to do that last couple of times I've flown with you guys.
Yeah, I see you, Matt. I'm at waypoint 10.
Yeah, I see Matt. You're ahead of me.
Loving the camera work, Grantley.
Say again?
I say I am loving the camera work.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, the view out of an H145 is so amazing because you have so much surface to look through.
Definitely unobstructed views, aren't they?
Yeah, and that's why it's really hard to go back to an GA aircraft for me. You miss such a lot of beauty, you know.
Yep, I got
Especially
everybody. I got my people back.
Hello, Matt.
Yeah, I got all my people back. I was worried, you know. Here I am wandering the desert 40 years, starting to lose my people.
Don't forget your mana.
My mother? What's she got to do with it?
Your mana, M-A-N-N-A.
Oh, okay.
Grantler, you might think about the Kit Fox or
I
doing
own the
VR
Kit Fox.
Oh, you have one?
Yeah, I have one. Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's, yeah, but it's I get claustrophobic in a GA craft after flying the H145. You have such a lot of space in there.
Yeah, that's true.
Step outside, you'll have a lot more space.
Is the Kit Fox the one where the door blows off?
Yeah, but I did some flights with a 737 in VR, and this is really amazing.
Oh, I imagine that 737 in VR is pretty cool, though.
Yeah,
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big airline person, but the first time I sat in an airliner in VR, it literally welled up my eyes.
Yeah, I think I will stop with my simulator build at home because all it's missing is the shell and the window frames, and I think I'll go completely VR.
Well, I guess it brings a home simulator for a fraction of the cost, doesn't it, I guess?
Yeah, and the best part about it is that it gives me 20 square meters back in my apartment, and my wife will love me.
Just trying to think what you could do for with that 20 square meters. You've gained back maybe a games room.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the living room. It's the biggest room in my apartment up in the house, and so I choose it as a sim room. And there's the bed. There was some square meters left for a bed, and so the sleeping room that should be the sleeping room is my living room now. So I will change that if I ever get rid of my sim.
Please tell me that the bed you've put into the sim room is like a crew bed on an aircraft.
Yeah, sometimes it was the crew bed. If my wife brought me some coffee into the cockpit. Ah, you know that wording. If you talk of the devil, he appears. My wife just came back from work.
Oh yeah, speak of the devil.
And we have been raided.
Hello, Mrs. Grantler.
I always have to say I am really blessed with my wife.
And we have been raided.
Oha! Hello, Raiders. Hello, this is the Sunday Funday on Twitch. On behalf of Iceman, I'm streaming today because Iceman is out. The sheriff is out of town. So welcome, Raiders. Have fun. We are flying Rio de Janeiro in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 in the H145 and others.
Raiders of the sky.
And we're in Brazil.
Rio de Janeiro. Brazil.
Brasil.
Brazil. We had a neighbor, and some people called them Mrs. Brazil and Mrs. Brazil, and
Chris, I was wondering, are your kids interested in flying?
Yeah, it's funny you should say that actually. So my 5-year-old is absolutely, I mean, he was obsessed with cars to start with. In fact, that was his first word. Then he was obsessed with trains and steam trains, and now he's become obsessed with flying, yeah. And in particular, flight simulators. I mean, I can't imagine why, but yeah, definitely.
How fun. If I was a kid and my dad had a setup like this, like I have, which is pretty nice, I would be ecstatic.
Yeah, my daughter built my first simulator with me. I told her how to solder and stuff like that. And then she became a teenager, and boys were more interesting, and music and fashion than the flight sim. So she's doing a break of flight sim, but I think someday she will come back.
Yeah, I bet she'll get back to it.
The thing is, it's, I mean, when I was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever really, there was just nothing in terms of, I mean, he can go and pick up his little Kindle, his Amazon Kindle thing, and for free download an ultra-realistic flight simulator onto it. And it's just like, they know no different now, but you just think, like, if I had that as a kid,
we had a round thing that when you pushed it to the ground, it bounced back up, you know.
I can go one better than that. I had a space hopper.
A what?
Do you not know what a space hopper is?
Nope.
So you probably call them different things over there, but
Is that a trampoline?
No, it's like a rubber sort of ball. You know, if you can imagine the shape of, you know, the things you get in a Kinder Egg, that kind of shape. And it was full of air, and it had like a plastic ring around it. It almost looked like a Saturn, like the planet Saturn almost. You stood on it and you kind of bounced along on it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a rudimentary sort of pogo stick almost.
Right. Well, that's much bigger than a Kinder Egg, isn't it? It's more like a kickball.
I was trying to describe the shape more than the.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, what did we call those things?
I don't know.
remember having one when I was a kid.
I never had one, but we had the ball with the big elastic thing on it. You sit on it and bounce down the street. And...
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was like that, but smaller, and it had a plastic ring around it, like he said, what he said, and you could stand on the plastic ring, and you could bounce around, almost like a pogo stick without a handle.
I think we used to call those the pre-hospital ambulance ride.
I remember Skip It.
We had a rope, and we used to tie it to a telephone pole and then swing it and then jump over it.
Yeah, we're taking a trip down memory lane. Did you ever do the thing with the tin can and the string? The 2 tin cans on the end of it and talk to each other?
Yeah, we used to do that.
Yeah, I just put my first flight simulator in the event text chat from back in the 60s. Had a lot of fun with that thing.
Nice.
Wow, way back in the 60s, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that screen in the middle was just a circular, almost like a player piano feed, and it would just go round and round and round, changing the scene behind you, and then the aircraft was directly attached to the yoke and was just a silhouette. But the only thing that, other than the lights, could make it go fast and slow, and then it had a couple rockets on top you could shoot.
My first simulator was made of balsa wood.
Yeah.
We used to have that little rocket, and you'd pump it up, you'd fill it up with water, and then you pump air, and then you hit the button and go flying straight up.
Yeah, I had one of those too.
It's doing better than NASA's rocket at the moment, then, by the sound of it.
Yep.
Boeing Zero Gremlins 2.
Not sure about Mars, so what was it? Moon to the Mars, they're calling it. It's barely got from Mississippi to Michigan, has it?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Meanwhile, SpaceX is supposed to do a launch, I think, today, and another one in a couple days, and that's got to hurt being on the Artemis team.
What are they having one of them O-ring problems again?
No, it was the first problem was an engine issue. I don't know if a valve or there was a plug in one of the lines, but the last one was the hydrogen fuel line was leaking, which could be a real problem.
Yeah, they said the first issue was there was two issues. One was a sensor, a heat sensor or something, and there was also a crack in one of the bits of foam or something apparently as well.
Yeah, the foam wasn't an issue. What turned out it was just foam. They thought maybe it was a weld underneath, but that turned out not to be the case, fortunately. But it was the engine issue. Engine number 3 had a problem, and that scrubbed it the first time. Then the second time was scrubbed on tanking for the leak in the hydrogen line.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Well, it kind of is though, because I mean the whole point of this mission is to throw this stuff out there and start testing it and trying it and seeing what works and what doesn't. I mean that's actually the point of this whole thing. And
this is when they're supposed to make their mistakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The only thing with the engine issue was that should have been found in a wet dress rehearsal, and NASA and Boeing decided to skip the last one and roll it out to the pad, and skip it while it was on the pad and try to do a launch, and then they discovered what should have been discovered in a wet rehearsal.
And hopefully they'll learn from that again.
I hope. This Artemis, it's so sad, it's so expensive, and has so much potential. I really do hope they get it off the ground.
I think one thing too is that especially with NASA, with the private competitors breathing down their neck, is they can't afford to have a fireball on the launch pad. Pretty much, I think at this point in this climate would pretty much shut down a lot of their programs.
Yeah, it would certainly shut down the Artemis Boeing program. The SpaceX, I think, will continue as long as the Falcon keeps having the successful launches, and if the new Starship is able to get off the pad this year, that'll be great.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I mean, the people who control the money, they look at the private industry and go, well, they're doing it, they're hitting it, and they're doing it. Why are the taxpayers spending billions of dollars at NASA when these guys are doing it. And yeah, it's
Well, I'm sure NASA will get it right. At the end of the day, it's not rocket science. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Oh,
Hey, got the story for you. This guy.
Is it a Twitch friendly story, Matt?
Of course it is. So this guy gives his son some money, tells him, I want you to get down to the store and pay the electric bill. Kid's walking down the street. He sees a truck, brand new truck, and it's being raffled off. So he takes the money and he buys the raffle tickets. He gets home and tells his father. His father beats him. Right? The next day they wake up and there's a brand new truck in the driveway. And they're all crying and, oh, there's a new truck. And it's just the electric company coming to shut off the power.
Nice.
So his father beats him again.
Is that the end?
That's the end. So don't buy raffle tickets.
Are we stopping at Sierra?
You can't win if you don't play, but you can't lose if you don't play.
Yeah, I think we're going to stop at November Yankee.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not long of a flight, so I think we should take a break then.
Oh, we're coming up to it, 3 miles. Is that 13? Waypoint 13?
If it's just before waypoint 13, it's Sierra Delta November Yankee. Is that the airport?
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 minutes before 13.
Do I spy a goose? I do.
It's a nice tree at the end of the runway.
Yeah, I know.
Right off the end of the runway. Nope. Right at the end of the runway.
You can do it.
Ah, there.
You saved it.
Yeah, that was pretty high altitude I came in at.
Okay, back shortly.
Did he shut off Twitch?
I will. Give me a second. So we're no longer hot on Twitch. Okay guys, we are taking a short break here and we will be right back. So I am back. So we are still having a short break, empty the bucket, as Iceman always used to say. And so we are waiting for the guys to come back to continue the flight. If you want to join us, we are at Sierra Delta November Yankee. And we're using the Southeast Asia server.
I'm back when anybody's ready. I don't care.
Welcome back, Matt.
Had to get my hot water bottle.
All right.
Last few days been really good. Taking my medicine, using the hot water bottle, and I'm walking good.
Good to
That's
hear,
great.
Matt.
Hey, Grantler, I was just looking up on the internet for the Rio de Janeiro area. Depending on how far you want to put the line out, the population here is somewhere between 13 and 23 billion people.
Wow.
I second that. Wow.
And if you look, they use terms like, the greater Rio de Janeiro metropolitan area is 13 million. And then you look at some other stuff. And so I don't know how far out into the suburbs and this whole area around the bay here that they're including, but no matter how you cut it, 13 million, anything above that, it doesn't matter. It's a lot of people.
Yeah, and I think it's a lot of guesses with it in the numbers, because in the favelas, I don't know if they count every person there.
Well, that's true too, yeah.
They probably get a lot of records from the hospitals and stuff,
Yeah, but in the poverty sections, I imagine there is an awful lot of going-ons that don't include hospitals, including births and deaths.
Right, right.
Imagine anymore too that there's got to be technology out there that, using satellite data and looking at building density and the types of buildings and things like that they can come up with some algorithms that pretty much put a number. Yeah. And again, so what's a few million people between friends?
It's like China. He has to register their house. When they buy a house, they have to register it when they move from one house to another. So they know where their population is and where they live.
Yeah, they are collecting data about everyone for sure, in a big amount.
Well, all over the world they're doing it.
Yeah. We have something, a law against this, the privacy of data.
Grantler, you're getting very faint.
GDPR.
Yeah, I have to use my headset microphone today because the other one is too sensitive, because I'm using 2 gaming notebooks and they're blowing like turbines.
So how are we feeling then, guys? Are we good?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah,
we are
do it.
waiting for your call out, Chris.
Oh, Bo Sader's going to pay for this one. Let's go.
Yeah, man, run things.
Okay, we're going.
Yeah, you get gone, guys. I'll catch you up. Back in a sec.
Oh, there's CC. I can see CC. That sounds stupid, but it is what it is.
Is he still on vacation?
I don't know. I just saw his tag. Yeah, there he is. flies in an H145.
Alrighty. Looking nice. Looking nice. Mojo Rising down there, I see him. All right, it's starting to speed up now. I'm behind the crowd.
That's all right, Matt. I'm just taking off.
Too much quiet up here. It's too much quiet up here.
Yeah, I'm flying a bit off of the flight plan to look around in that beautiful area because it's some kind of a short flight today.
I see the fainting goat. I do not see many people on Discord. Why? I only see 5 people on Discord.
Maybe you have to scroll a little bit. Go with the mouse over name and try to scroll your mouse wheel.
Yeah, there's more than that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, now I see him. Now I see him. I had one larger one.
Yeah, I count 13.
7. Yep, 13. So, Chris, that thing that you've got on your, you know, that blow-up doll thing?
Careful, Matthew.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, that's what it looks like, a blow-up doll. I was going to say, is that for your wife?
You mean Otto from an airplane?
Yeah. Are you the blow-up doll?
No, I've not got that intelligence about me, Matt.
I think the problem with flying that with that co-pilot though is he's got such an inflated ego.
Oh, you've really let me down with that one.
We are here to pump you up.
Yeah. That's what the ground crew says to him. We're here to pump you up.
Hey, I heard about the guy that stole a, I don't know what it was a twin propeller aircraft and threatened to fly it into a Walmart, didn't he, today?
Wasn't it a dash? No, that guy was crashing into the ocean who stole the dash.
Yeah, no, a kid stole
No, that was a Sky King. There was one yesterday, Grantley.
Yeah.
Oh.
King Air 90 in Arkansas, and got up in the air, called emergency services in the U.S. That's 911, and then told them, you know, threatened to he's going to fly it and crash it into the Walmart. And then they were able to negotiate, talk, and he apparently, you know, ran short of fuel, came into land, aborted his landing, and ended up out in a field somewhere and survived.
If that was in Bentonville, Arkansas, that's where their main hub is there. That's where their head place is.
Their headquarters, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big place.
Yeah. So as typical, it's like, okay, I'm going to steal this airplane. Here's what I'm going to do. And then, you know, he's got to call 911. He's got to announce it. They talk to him. They dialogue. It's like, you know, if your intent was to steal the airplane and fly it into the building, why not do that? If your intent was just to call and make threats, why not just call and make a threat?
Well, he probably got in the air and thought, I really don't want to die.
Well, obviously, there's probably not all the circuits firing. You know, maybe a couple of French fries shy of a Happy Meal going on in the brain there. apparently had some flight experience, but I don't think he had a license. And he managed to get a King Air 90, fired up and off the ground by himself. So.
Well, wasn't he refueling it or something? Apparently.
Well, yeah, he worked as a line guy, as a line person there at the airport, and so, and I don't know the relationship between the airplane and the FBO that he might have been working at, because maybe that's how he got access to the keys to unlock the door and get in. So yeah, there's something going on there. And was he angry at Walmart? Was he angry at the aircraft owner? Who knows at this point?
I thought maybe he worked for Walmart or something, They are not nice people to work for.
High Performance Group there with a tier 1 gift subscription to Robbie Touch Tony, Mr. Mojo Rising. A Robert, Stop This Crazy Thing, and Captain Hall. Nice.
Yeah, nice. Thank you, Steve. Iceman for sure will appreciate it.
Who was Captain Hall's out there, huh?
I'm just doing a touch and go at Sierra Bravo Juliet Romeo. Should we land there and take a break again, or just keep going?
It's up to you guys. I mean, I'm happy to continue, but it's if anyone needs to stop, we'll stop.
Yeah, I just did a touch and go.
Yeah, I think touch and go is a good idea. Wow, some big mountain areas around here. Beautiful scenery on the ocean, beautiful. And the water's pretty warm, I'll bet you.
I got a shock when I moved to California because I grew up in Hawaii and the water is just like bath water, it's warm. And I went into San Francisco Bay one day with my shorts on, expecting it to be nice and warm, and it was so cold. I got into my ankles, and I had to turn around and get out of there.
Yeah, in California, you pretty much have to go south of Point Conception, south of Santa Barbara area south.
Yeah, we were down
to basically be in the water without a wetsuit.
I don't know. I was in. Where the heck did Richard Nixon live down in?
San Clemente.
Yeah, we were down that way, and we went. It was pretty warm. Of course, we're from the East Coast, and the East Coast is really cold. Even in the summertime, the East Coast is freezing cold.
Going to be a lot of traffic at the beach today. It's 97 degrees already. And it's only 10:30, 10:40, and 36 Celsius. And nice. I'm on the coast. It's much hotter inland.
Yeah, we have a calm, real calm summer evening with 23 Celsius, so it's nice.
Well, it's grey, dull and raining here.
Ah, as always, Chris.
Well, Singapore is 81 degrees.
Yeah, but believe me, we have the driest summer in Germany since 500 years. We are really begging for rain.
Yeah, well, I've always said, if you want some of ours, Grantley, you've only to say.
Yeah, we need a pipeline from the UK to southern Germany, so you can collect all the rain and send it to us.
It's 82 degrees here, and it is 1:45 in the a.m.
What temperature is that?
They're forecasting for us about middle of this next week to be pushing about 45 C.
Yeah, it's 82 Fahrenheit here.
Yeah.
So how cold does it get on the coast of California in the winter? What's kind of the coldest you would experience?
Well, you got to remember, Chris, that it's a very long state. So you're talking when you say the coast of California, you're talking everything from Mexico to the Oregon border. So on any given day, it could be in San Diego, Los Angeles, could be very mild and pleasant and beautiful. And on the north coast, south of Oregon, anything north of San Francisco, it could be stormy and raining and look like a Manchester summer.
Yeah. No, I guess I didn't really. It's hard to comprehend sometimes when you say it like that, and you don't really realise. But you're Southern California, right?
I'm in Northern California myself.
Oh, well, I was close.
So yeah, but generally, right along the coast is going to be more mild, temperate, obviously all year long because of the water effect. But for example, where I live inland, this by Wednesday it's supposed to be 113, 114 degrees here, 112, whatever they're saying, which then will cause it generally to be, very possibly anyway, very cold and foggy right along the coast, because the hot air rising inland will draw that ocean air into the coast and bring the fog with it. So you can travel 10 miles away from the coast, it'll be 100 degrees Fahrenheit, get out on the coast and it's 62 and windy. And that's always the issue. For example, with the Weather Channel, they always show, when they show the west coast of the United States, they show the temperatures, and they'll always show San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Portland, Vancouver. Those temperatures have nothing to do with the majority of California, Oregon, and Washington, because they're right on the coast.
Yeah, so almost like a microclimate.
It is, yeah.
Well, anywhere that had Arnie for a governor gets my vote.
Say that again, sorry.
I said anywhere that has Arnie as a governor at one point in time gets my vote.
Too bad he couldn't run again, huh? Was he a pretty good governor over there?
Yeah, it turns out I liked him myself, and he was governor when I was working in state government, and at least for the fire department, he treated us really well. He was very tuned to taking care of that kind of stuff. The rest of his politics, yeah, I don't know. As a Republican and as a conservative, he was very moderate and was more interested in getting things done than playing the political game, which I admire that.
Yeah. They got all this defund the police, defund the FBI, defund this, why don't they defund the Congress? That will solve a lot of problems. Defund the whole political system. When the United States started, those guys were making $5 a day. George Washington and them. I think we should keep that. I think that's what we should have kept their pay at.
What was $5 back then?
Yeah, I think that was quite a bit of money back then.
It was. That's a lot of money back then. That was a rich person. You know, but I think that's what we should have kept their pay at. They should have never get a pay raise. I laugh at some of the stuff I see on Facebook. Facebook is so funny. Some of the stuff you see, you know.
It was a short flight. I'm at the destination airport watching people land.
Did you guys all pass Cristo?
What, on the hill?
Yeah, that big statue of Jesus up there.
Yes, Christ the Redeemer.
I missed something here.
Yeah, I'm trying to show it to the stream.
Yeah, I can see it from the airport.
Is anybody reading on Twitch what Bo Said is saying about Flight Radar 24?
Oh no, I'm not looking into the stream right now. I have to aviate, and Posada will understand that.
What he's saying is there's a Flight Radar 24, there's an aircraft flying over an ocean that have lost contact with and now he's disappeared off radar.
Oh. That's not a good sign.
What kind of aircraft?
Do you know what?
Just trying to see it now and aviate myself, otherwise I'm going the same way. Bear with me.
Rosetta says it's a private jet.
Where's it at?
Two sets, Martin, on there.
What?
That was a nice flyby, Chris.
It's pretty well modelled, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's pretty good, that.
Yeah, that's the reason why I want to show it to the stream.
I'm trying to find it. I'm over here where all the other airplanes are.
I'm right over it, Matt. Just look for my tag. And
I think I see ya.
Is there? He landed. So it seems to be solid for the helicopter guys to land there.
It's in the Baltic between Sweden and Latvia. And just to confirm, Matt, that's the aircraft on Flight Radar 24, not Christ the Redeemer.
Okay. My dog's bothering me. She wants attention. She's pulling. What?
Yeah, that's quite a nice picture for the stream.
So, I don't know whether anyone's actually been here, but is it a cable car that takes you up or steps?
Yeah, there has to be a cable car.
Those cable cars scare me.
Yeah, me too, especially when I'm flying a helicopter.
Yeah. It's funny because I've been on a helicopter, I've flown aircraft, and I have no problem with the heights or anything. But I went on the cable car or a cable. Yeah, it's in New Mexico. They have a really long tram system, and I was terrified on that thing. I didn't want to go back on it coming down, but had to.
Yeah, you have to face your fears.
I'm the same way with that stuff. I can't climb a ladder, but I can fly a plane.
All right. Yeah, I heard some problems that really are afraid of heights have problem flying in VR.
That I would try, except for the motion sickness factor.
Yeah, that's what
the best.
That's why I had to stop flying. I kept making myself sick doing maneuvers.
Several years ago, we did the tram system in Whistler, Canada. They call it the peak to peak. And at that time, I don't know about now, but at that time it was advertised as the longest span cable car. And I believe it was one of the highest over the canyon that went over. And it was interesting. It was pretty awesome. But then sure enough, on the way back, we get about halfway across the canyon and all of a sudden, thing stops and stalls. And there we are hanging about 2,000 feet over a canyon with no communication, nobody telling us what's going on. Brought the pucker factor up just a tiny bit.
Yeah, the tram in New Mexico, they had a failure of something and they had to lower the people down. Fortunately, they were closer to the to where the cable car ends, but they were able to lower the people down. It was about 100 feet, but still, who wants to do that?
Exactly. The bad news is we've lost all the engines on our airplane. The good news is we're not going to charge you extra for the skydiving experience.
Yeah. Fly with us again.
Yeah.
They had that out in California, I think it was, where the helicopter went through the cables. A couple of people, I know they had one in China, and the thing fell, 7,000 feet.
That sounds awful.
Can you imagine, when you're scared, time seems to slow down. Like, when's it gonna hit? When's it gonna hit? Boom. Yeah, they had two cable cars, one going up, one going down. Bang. I went on a cable car over here in China. We walked up the side of the mountain. They had a staircase that went all the way up the mountain to the first level. Then it went up to a garden on the second level. I said, no thanks. I said, I'll take the cable car down. It took us 3 hours to walk up the stairs.
Going down's faster.
Yeah.
Especially if you miss a step.
Yeah.
Did anyone ever see the PMDG 737-700 trailer? They did it from this airport.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of them.
Yeah, the trailer before they released it, they did it from here.
Oh, okay, because the other one was done out in California there.
I'll have to check that out.
So does anybody know what this big cone-shaped building with the mural on the south side of it is in downtown?
It's like a church.
Can't believe they have a church around here.
It's a cathedral.
Yeah.
I think a good few years ago now, it was at least 10, 15 years ago, the Pope came to Brazil and he did like a kind of event, if you like, on the beach at Rio, and it got 1 million spectators. Imagine that, a crowd of 1 million.
Did about a year or two ago,
Christ,
didn't
it
he?
wasn't bigger.
Did one about a year or two ago, going to where was the rainforest there he went to?
Everywhere.
What's that?
The Amazon.
Yeah, the Amazon.
Oh, thanks for the flight, everybody. Y'all have a good day. Take care.
Later.
Yeah. Have a nice one. Thanks for joining us.
Bye bye.
I think I'm gonna take off too. Nice flying with y'all.
Cheers.
Yeah,
Take
thanks
care.
for joining us.
Take
Have a
care.
nice one.
See you later.
Grantler, is this inland bay full of boats and ships with that add-on you have?
Yeah, sailing boats, fish trawlers, and stuff like that. Everything you would ships that you would expect near the shoreline.
Ah. You got that from Flight SimTO?
No, I purchased it. It's a payware. Yay, I survived flying the helicopter in Pancake.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's really hard to get the distances. The movement is missing completely. And if you were flying in VR for months and months, it's really hard to go back to Pancake.
It's great work, especially on the stream as well, Grantler, with the camera work there. Fantastic job.
Yeah, I tried to get everybody in with this tech.
What a highway, huh?
So, and hopefully we did everything right, so we don't get any troubles from Twitch, but I think we're okay.
I think that went swimmingly.
Yeah. By the way, there's if you look at the stream right now, there is a passenger ship, a big one, crossing at the shore in the background. And that's the traffic add-on that I use for ships. And by the way, they can also be seen on Little Nav map.
And that is that the same one I've got? Is it the Seafront Simulations one that you've got, Grantler?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm sorry, Grantler, did you get that from the marketplace?
There you.
It is available on the marketplace.
Yeah, I think I got it on the marketplace. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah, and they're working on solid models, so we can land on it with a helicopter, and this is gonna be a good challenge.
Yeah, the global one's called Global Shipping. I'm not sure which one you have for the coastal ones, though.
I check my mails.
This thing says, when you're doing this, it says going too fast, you know. But if I slow down, I'll end up in the water.
Do you have your shorts with you, Matt?
Yeah, I'm in my shorts.
Then you're okay. CC coming in the H145.
I'm a little surprised there's not more airliner traffic here right now.
No, I know it's a couple of 737s on the way in, but they seem to have disappeared. Maybe it's because we're on the Southeast Asia server. Maybe if we went on to maybe the East Coast US, there'd be a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, even though this is real close to downtown, I think the big airport is kind of off to our northwest.
So is this Rio then?
Yeah, but the big airport is, excuse my pronunciation, I want to say Galileo Antonio G. Jobim International Airport. And to me, that seems like it's the bigger one. It has the VOR, it has all the instrument approaches, it has the big terminals. I think that's where most of the airline traffic is in and out of.
Yeah, Chris.
Well,
it's from Seafront Simulations.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Because you have to download their free library as well, don't you?
Yeah,
For the
I did, yeah.
Okay, Matt, no pressure.
Thanks for the flight, guys. I'll have to go now. See you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Take care.
Good day.
Yeah, and the thing that I have is that AI enhanced ship traffic.
Yeah,
AI.
enhanced AI.
Yeah, that's what I have. And
see, I've not got them.
Get the global one from them too, because the model are really nice.
Yeah, because I've not got that enhanced AI because I got it on Xbox initially. They don't actually have that on the Xbox. So they just have the Seafront Simulation Global Traffic.
Oh, but now you own the notebook.
There we go. Nice landing. That was like butter.
Now you can do everything, Chris, your wallet can take.
Well, yeah, not sure my marriage can, but... Matt, why can't I see you?
I'm on the runway.
Okay, guys, I think we can end the stream now. So I say thank you for watching to all the viewers on Twitch. On behalf of Iceman, he really appreciates it. Steve, thanks again for the gifted sub. And we'll see you on Wednesday on the World Tour. And I think Iceman is back.
Cheers,
Does anybody know how to rate? Because I don't know about these things.
I don't know either.
Do, but I've not got that dashboard on the new laptop yet. It's maybe both Sada can go into it. Yeah, he does. He knows. He knows.
All right. So Twitch over and out, and see you on Wednesday on the World Tour. Bye bye.